Right, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you're watching it. Big podcast for us this week. As you can see, we've got Matty Ashton with us, fresh from his Rookie of the Year award. This is the first interview he's done since receiving the award. So we're really pleased that Matty has come on to our podcast to give us exclusively his take on Rookie of the Year and things like that. So before we sort of get going, I'm going to say hello to Wayne, like we always do. Wayne.
Hello to everyone. Great to have Matty on. We've had some big names on up to now, but it's about time we went for superstars, isn't it? So great having you on, Matty.
Yeah, well, we've had some big people on like Martin Moana, but I wouldn't say superstars. No. But yeah, so anyway, Matty, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, no worries.
Now, another thing I want to say is thank you to fans of other clubs that are watching this, because it's not just Swinton fans that are watching this. I've had a few emails and a few messages on YouTube, one from a guy called Harold that's a Rochdale fan, just saying that he's really enjoying the podcast. So that's really nice. But I've got a massive piece of breaking rugby league news for you today. And this is going to come as a surprise to quite a few people. Swinton have announced, or will be announcing in the next 24 hours, that Matty Ashton's actually signing for them for next season.
Great news. I
mean, it's unbelievable, massive breaking news. Warrington don't know, Swinton don't know, but I'm putting it out there. It's like, no, in all seriousness, though, that's a joke. He's not really. So enough of sort of me clowning about. Matty, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, doing very well. Back in training this week, so body's feeling a bit sore, but yeah, good to get back into it.
Yeah, superb. So run us through sort of a day's training at Warrington. What does that involve?
It's a bit mad at the minute, really, with COVID and stuff like that, because you've got to like do all the social distancing and do all the protocols and stuff. Got all that COVID testing set up and stuff like that. And then it's normally like run through gym maybe in the morning, and then lunch, and then you're onto the field doing whatever the coaches are doing with your skills and whatever. So it's not like that in pre-season at the minute. So taking its toll, getting the miles in the legs again.
Yeah, cool. And they'll be doing you a bit of speed work, won't it? Because like you're not the quickest.
Yeah, we actually did some speed the other day, and also it wasn't too
bad. Fantastic, that's great.
I actually enjoy that bit.
Yeah, Wayne, your turn.
It's great getting back in training. It's good that hopefully the wheels get turning again, and hopefully we'll have some rugby league sometime this year. We don't know when it'll be, but it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Get some fans back and all.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, mate. I think, Matty, I'd like to go back to like the beginning. Before your time at Swinton. I think you went over to Australia, didn't you, for a period of time? How did that sort of go, and how did that come about?
I was playing for Rochdale Mayfield at the time, and a couple of Aussies come over and played for us. And basically, when they were going home, they said if anyone wants to give it a go and go and stay with him and play for this team called Mullumbimby, it's near Byron Bay. He said if anyone wants to give it a go, let's try it. And I was in a pretty dead end job at the time, thinking, we've got really nothing to lose here. So I messaged him and went over there, give it a go. Worked out there, lived with him and his family. Got spoiled rotten.
Nice.
So that weren't too bad. And then just we're playing over there for a year. So yeah, come back a better player, I think.
What's the rugby league scene like over there? Because I've got a couple of mates at Aussies, and it's a national sport. But
yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, so what's it like, sort of, at the level you were at? Because is that like is it Barter Card League they call it, the one below?
I think it was Northern Rivers League it was in. I think a few down from like Coo Cup and stuff like that. But it was a decent level, to be fair. But like I say, it is a national sport over there, really. Like every night you see like tag rugby tournaments going. That's why they're so skillful, I think. They have touch tournaments going on every night. So yeah.
That's cool. That. And so moving on, sort of from Australia, how did the move to Swinton come about?
Well, when I got back, I started pre-season with Mayfield again, and the coach at the time, Matt Calland, was at Mayfield, and I think I remember being sat in my living room, and he rang me saying he's been speaking to Stuart Littler and he's going to try and get me a trial at Swinton. So I got off the phone, I was buzzing. I remember being like getting butterflies and that, because obviously I knew my dad, and we've all been massive Swinton fans. So I remember ringing my dad, telling him, my dad were made up, and I'm like, nothing's happened yet. And about 10 minutes later, Stuart Littler rang me, and I didn't drive at the time, but Mike Ratto had just signed before me.
Yeah.
And he didn't live far from me, so I remember meeting Ratto, and he were picking me up, and I remember I was shitting myself before the first session. Because obviously playing for Swinton was obviously a massive thing, like from where I've been from as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it first came about, and then the first session, introduce yourself and all that, and then everything just went on from there.
Yeah. So, I mean, you mentioned like sort of Swinton runs through the DNA of your family.
Yeah.
What was your dad's reaction when he found out?
Oh, he was made up. He was ringing my brother who lives in America, because he's a massive Swinton fan as well. He was all buzzing because obviously my dad's took us as kids and we watched him really all our life.
Yeah.
So it was a bit weird walking out and seeing my dad and brother there with all the Swinton fans giving me shit.
I must admit, I was saying about like Wayne English's song that You'll Never Beat Wayne English, and that was sort of my favourite song for years and years and years. But the one that always got me really, really emotional was your song. And it's like, but you're one of us. And
exactly, yeah.
For Swinton fans, that's the amazing thing. And it's been really sort of good to see your progression from the lad that started, because you came on leaps and bounds the season you were with us. It was
madness. Yeah, I think I surprised myself when I was like scoring the amount I did and stuff like that. I think I even surprised myself. So
yeah, that's it. I mean, go on.
Like, obviously, you come on to that season. How far into the season was you before you sort of really felt I could really do this? Obviously, we all know how well the season went. But, obviously, how long was it before you thought, I've got this?
Probably past halfway, I reckon. Because I think it took me time to get used to it. Because I remember the first game I played was when we got battered away at Sheffield. I thought after that game, I'm not ready for this at all.
We don't talk about them, Matty. Matty, we don't talk about them games.
Yeah, what I think I remember is I felt like I was too small and stuff like that. Getting bad memories between back to me, just getting run over and stuff like that. I think I'm not ready for this. but luckily, a few games later, when I think it was Halifax, and we scored 2 away, and after that, I thought, I'll really give it a go again then.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Brilliant. I mean, I remember that Sheffield game. It was absolutely breezy. That was when Will did his leg.
Yeah, it was.
My daughter come with us, and my daughter's she's really weird. She's a Huddersfield fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, that's because I'm a Swinton fan, and her mum's a Lee fan. So she didn't want to support Swinton or Lee to upset one of the others. So she chose Huddersfield, which is not really random. But she came. I managed to drag her to a Swinton game, and she was absolutely frozen through to the bone.
Yeah.
But it was an horrible day, that, and like you say, we got battered as well. That wasn't a good day.
I think as well, Matty, on your first game, you don't want an injury like that to a fellow teammate a couple of seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so I would imagine it just rocks the boat.
Waiting around for ages after it as well. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, well, I know Will's mum. I used to work with her, and I'd spoke to her before the game, and then obviously seeing that happen, it's like it's absolutely horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So your time at Swinton, who were the drum beaters in the dressing room? What was the dressing room at Swinton like?
It was a pretty close group, to be fair.
Mm.
Everyone really got along with each other. I think that's why we did so well on the pitch.
Yeah.
We had a really good group off it, and Stu's excellent in like bringing us all together and stuff like that. So, yeah,
brilliant.
I think anyone who stood out because it was actually such a good group. But
yeah. Is there one character that's absolutely bonkers? I mean, I know that every time I see a song, it seems that Luke Water was leading it.
Luke. Yeah, Luke was class. Yeah.
Yeah, because
he always sung the song after the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good. It was good, Luke.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Rob was a good lad. Rob Fairclough was a wind-up merchant as well.
Yeah. That's
So,
it.
You got a few laughs.
Quality. So tell us about going from Swinton to Wyre. So how did that come about? What was the catalyst? What did you hear? Were other clubs interested? That sort of thing.
I weren't really too sure at the time. I think like the agent must have said something or something like that. And I think I just remember speaking to Stu about it, like, cause it's a top 4 team that come in for me, and I couldn't really turn it down.
No.
So obviously that's the dream at the end of the day, and going playing full time.
Yeah.
And I think I spoke to coach at Warwick, and then it just progressed. Oh, got a phone call, and then it just progressed from there really. And obviously they were talking with Swinton, and obviously Swinton. I obviously signed with Swinton for the year after.
Yeah.
So I was expecting to be playing for Swinton again, but luckily there's some sort of agreement, and I weren't really involved in it much. I was just going with it and hoping something could get done.
Yeah.
So luckily Swinton obviously let me go.
Yeah. I mean, I've said as a fan, if a club comes in for one of our lads that's a big club, I'll drive them there myself because I'm dead pleased for them. Because you're never going to make a living out of it playing for Swinton. But you go to Wyre, and at like next step NRL, it's you're laughing. Would you consider, sort of after a few years with Warrington, would you consider a move to the NRL, or are you sort of happy with your Australian memories as they are?
Obviously I think that's everyone's dream really at the end, but if that ever did come about, but obviously you can't think too far ahead. You just got to keep taking each year as it comes and keep progressing and see what happens really.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tally, when you actually got to Warrington, obviously the deal's been done. Every Swinton fan's over the moon about it because, like Barney said, you all want to see a player who's come through the team, especially as quick as you did, and how exciting the league would and that. Obviously, you want to see you go on and do well, but sort of when you get there and get your feet under the table, obviously it's full-time professional. What's like the first thing that hits you that's the real difference?
I think for me it was just seeing the players that were there, like the players that you've watched on like Sky Sports for like the past 10 years or whatever it was. So that was a bit surreal, just training with them really and learning off the best. I think that's the main thing. Like some of the players you see, like the shape they're in as well, it's like ridiculous. So obviously it's full time and stuff like that. So
have you found sort of? I mean, obviously you bulked up from your time when you were at Swinton. You like your shape wise, you can see that even on the telly. You can see that you're sort of a lot stockier than you were. Yeah. Do you think you're quicker now, or when you were at Swinton? Has the extra sort of muscle slowed you down a little bit?
Good question, actually. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
Remember that? I think that try at Bradford was the fastest I've ever run, so I probably have to stay at Swinton.
That was brilliant. That was another great away day. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got robbed in last minute, didn't we?
Oh, I was absolutely gutted. I mean, I hate that ground at the best of times because it's like if you watch a zombie movie, that's like the ground that they go to after the zombies have took over for 10 years, isn't it? Yeah. So it's like I think it's just horrendous. But yeah, and for us to even with a couple of minutes to go, thinking we were gonna win it, and then just getting.
Yeah, it was about a mile forward that pass as well. I remember.
Oh, behave yourself. So, and my missus, absolutely, you do my missus heading, by the way, Matty, because every time you break through, you know, like watching on the telly when you're on Sky, every time you break through, I ride you over the line. It's like an international winner. I've always sort of looked out for Saints when I've been watching Super League. I've always liked the way that they play. But like now, obviously, my allegiance has sort of changed because you do when one of us goes and plays for Warrington, it changes. Do you? I mean, we touched on it before. You got Rookie of the Year. Did that come as a surprise to you?
I suppose it did, yeah. But obviously, you do read stuff like all the time that like your friends share stuff and you just see something like social media. I don't really try to take too much notice of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think it's just In my head, sometimes I still think I've done really nothing yet. I still think I've got so much to improve on.
Right.
Sometimes I still treat them as anything like too special, because obviously I've got a long way to go before I've done anything in the game. So
yeah,
that's what I take as it comes.
Yeah. Do you read the newspapers then, or is it just something you ignore?
No, I don't read any of the papers or anything like that.
No.
Obviously, you have a little read sometimes, like only if you've done well. If you've done bad, you just leave it.
Yeah, as your dad not.
Yeah. I think though, to be honest, when I heard you got the Rookie of the Year, I weren't that shocked, if I'm honest.
No.
I thought the start of the season you had at Warrington was as good as any player, certainly any player I've seen take a step up in the Championship. You really didn't look out of place. Like I say, and maybe the physical side of it, like you say, Warrington and yourself try and bulk up a bit. But still, even in your early days, I thought you looked right in the right league where you should be. So I'm not surprised at all, really.
Yeah.
No, not so. Sort of going back to your start at Warrington, really. Was it your hamstring that you tore? Was it
I tore me. Yeah,
hamstring.
Yeah.
So what, as a player, what do you feel when that happens? I mean, not physically. Did you think, oh no, I've lost my opportunity here?
Yeah, I did. That's what I thought at first. Yeah, I was gutted in the change rooms, and they told me it was. Well, the first reaction, they thought it was only going to be a little injury, so it'd be like 3 to 4 weeks. So I was still like, yeah, that's all right. I've got a chance to get back. And then I went for a scan. Obviously, they told me it was I had to have an operation and stuff like that. I was devastated. But obviously, the way things turned out with COVID and stuff, I didn't really miss that much.
Yeah.
So I think the luck was on my side, to be honest, last year.
I think you're the only person that I've met that's benefited from COVID.
I know. I think everyone said that to me. Yeah. I think they agree.
So yeah.
Obviously, Matty, your injury is quite bad, and obviously no one wants that. But the timing being just at a new full-time Super League club, just how well did they look after you? As in, obviously, you say your operation, and after you had your operation, how well do the team look after you?
Yeah, really. Obviously, it was hard with COVID and stuff like that. But the physio was always on the phone to me, always like video calling me and stuff like that, and going through stuff for me that I can do at home. So yeah, it was really helpful. So yeah.
Do you literally have a rehab to work on? Literally 24/7.
Literally given a program, and have to do it in my living room basically. But obviously with COVID, you could live in full lockdown where you couldn't even see anyone. So, but when I got back in, the physio was really good with me.
Yeah, superb. That's it. So going forward, how do you think this season's going to pan out for Wire? I mean, it's a sort of running joke in rugby league, isn't it, that it's Wire's year? It's a bit sort of like Liverpool was until they managed to stuff it this season, last season just gone. So what sort of the mood around the camp? How do the players feel about it? Do they think they're in with a chance?
Oh yeah, I think you've always got to be.
Yeah.
Warrington's a massive club with good owners, good leadership from the top. So we've got the squad there that should be at the top. So I think we should look at it that way and have belief in ourselves. We should be there or thereabouts.
Yeah. So who's the best player you've played with? Yeah.
That's a good question, actually.
Obviously, other than yourself.
Are they all texting you now, Matty, as we speak?
Yeah.
They're all good. I can't really pick one out.
Right. Yeah. What about played against them?
Who at Warrington's like? Sorry, mate. Who at Warrington is like sort of took you under the wing a bit? As a seasoned pro, like took you under the wing and maybe taught you the most. Maybe not actually on the field, but just about.
Obviously, you get normally like people in a similar position as you. So like, with me, it'd be Ratchford because he's world class. He's taught me a bit. And you got like Austin and stuff like that, who've obviously like teach me a bit more about the technical side of the game. So yeah, they've been really good help.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen I think a couple of Warrington lads at a few Swinton games, and so it's always nice to see players from other clubs sort of come down and watch us. So who's the best player you've ever played against?
Against?
Yeah, who frightens you? because he's got.
Hey, Matty, you can say no one. You don't have to. Say no one.
I've played against who's like.
Yeah. Not fair enough.
Just be careful you don't make them all run at you now when you start saying no one.
I mean that's headline material. That Matty Ashton's scared of no one. I love that. That is
like it.
That is going to be my next tattoo. I'm telling you, mate.
I don't really think, especially in Super League, I don't really.
Yeah. Fair enough. So
after leaving with that one, I can't really think of one like.
Well, I'll tell you what then. It's going to be like homework. This next time we have you on, I'll ask you them 2 questions again, and we'll
definitely.
Yeah, right, sorted. So yeah, I'm gonna.
Can I just ask you something, Matt? You know, obviously you had one season at Swindon, and it was a cracking season. How much do you think, not just for yourself but for other players, how much is a good season in the Championship? How much does that help you take that step up to Super League? Because in my opinion, I think the Championship's a good competition.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really physical, and obviously you top like 5-6 teams, like most of them are full time as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So even like to Swinton, like we went to Toronto away and stuff like that. Like massive challenges like that, obviously prepare you.
Yeah.
For the bigger teams.
Yeah, fair enough. So, how far do you reckon you are away from the England scene then?
Oh, nowhere near.
Oh.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know. Take it as it comes. Take it as it comes.
Yeah.
No, I haven't thought that far ahead yet. No way.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean,
what would you like for yourself next season? Would you like to just, obviously, provided we all get playing, just cement your first team spot? Is that
basically
the plan for yourself?
Just keep getting more games on about keep showing what I can do. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I think
that's the main goal.
Yeah, it's been nice to see the engagement that we've had as the Station Rollers, that we've had on Twitter from some of the Wire fans, because obviously every time you sort of burst over for the try, it's like Swinton scoring, and some of the Wire fans have got involved with the Station Rollers and sort of follow us and stuff like that, and that's been really, really good. So, I mean, Warrington have notoriously got a really, really good set of fans. Is there any sort of similarities? I mean, Swinton fans are notoriously bonkers. Is it? Let's go back to that. At your time at Swinton, and I asked Wayne English this question: do the fans impact the team when we're singing and shouting our nuts off? Do we impact anything?
Definitely, yeah. Especially. Might not think about away games mainly, really.
Yeah.
That's good support. I think I remember what game was it? I think it was it might have been Batley away when you was all behind the goal. I think that was a good one.
Yeah. Is that when Rob Fairclough got knocked out?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Game.
He loves
that one.
The fans are a massive help. That's what you get your most.
Yeah.
When the atmosphere is better, it brings the best out of you, I think.
Yeah, that's it. And have you found sort of Warrington fans to be, because I've been to a couple of Super games and it's a little bit, it's not quite as boisterous as Championship, but Wire fans seem to sort of book that trend. They seem to sort of really get involved. Was that one of the draws at going to Warrington?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a huge supportive fan base, and I think I found that out like one of the first games, and packed out behind the goal. I think it was at Wigan, and just running out in front of him. Give me goosebumps and everything and that. So, it's incredible.
Absolutely brilliant. That's fantastic. Have you got any more questions, Wayne?
Not really, Matt. If there's anything you want to add, but I'd just like to say cheers for coming on the show. Really, really wish you the best for when the season starts going. No more injuries.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's show what you can do, because we've seen it. So let's see it live on Sky. Let everybody else see what you can do.
Brilliant.
So, thanks for having me on.
Hey, no worries, Matty. Before you do go, I want you to do me a massive favour if you could. My little lad, he's not a rugby player, bless him, but he's pretty quick. So if you could just say a big hello to Dylan from me, that'll make his day.
All right, Dylan.
He'll go mad at me for saying that now. He'll be well involved. Absolutely superb. And there was something else I wanted to say as well, and I've forgotten it. But yeah, do us a favour, Matty. It's been. Do you know what? I'm dead pleased that you've come on and you've took time to have a chat with us. It's really nice for you to come on, and we do thank you for it. Would you come on again in the future?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolute legend, superb. And if any of the Wild lads, if any of them want to come on and have a chat with us about you, that'd be brilliant. That. So send them our way.
That would be fantastic. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great. So yeah, but like I say, Matty, thank you very much for coming on. You've been an absolute. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. If you watched a couple of podcasts ago, you'll have seen Wayne's invested in a new sign, the Station Builders sign behind him. Now, this is homework for everybody that's watching, actually. So you can pop it in the comments if you see it. Now, there's something wrong because he was dead proud of himself, bless him. He come on before, he said, "Do you like my sign?" And I said, "Actually, Wayne, there's something wrong with your sign." So if you can see what's wrong, it should be.
Barney, stop. Barney, stop. Matty, how does the sign look? Does it look anything wrong with it to you?
The
You're looking too much. The it's fine. Stop.
That last letter.
There you go. Matty spotted it as well. Right. So
just that one letter.
Yeah, there we go. Right. So it's
right. Cheers for that, Matty. Thanks.
So, yeah. So this idiot buys himself a sign. But what he's not telling you, Matty, is he's glued the letters on, so he can't change it now, even if he wants to. So that's it. He's either got to go and spend another £20 on another light box, or it's got like that. So idiot.
I'll be honest. I've never seen this interview going like this. I started getting a lot of grief on these podcasts. I was called out about not paying into a membership. I'm getting grief about my sign. I'm not happy with it. So I'm getting rid of it. We're getting rid of all the sound that's going to come on. No frills. Fantastic.
Right. So hang on. I've been told that we've only got 10 minutes left before my subscription ends. Right. Thank you, like I say, Matty, thank you very much. You've been an absolute superstar. I know that Swinton fans will buzz off seeing this, and hopefully we'll get a few sort of Warrington fans and fans of other Super League clubs coming on as well. So if you ever fancy a race, Wayne's well up for that, but make sure he's charged his chair up first. Otherwise you'll smoke him. But yeah, like I say, thanks for coming on. If you want to come on again, that'd be absolutely brilliant. So yeah,
no worries.
Cheers. Take care of yourself, Matty.
You too, mate.
Cheers, Matty. Thanks a lot.
Bye.